All right, fourth graders, we are starting our MTSS fluency today. For day one, we are going to get to know our first story a little bit. You'll be doing your first read, and then we're going to look at some of our vocabulary words, and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to share my screen with you. We're going to start out slow today. I think that last time I recorded, we went a little too fast. So we are going to slow down, and just know that you might need to press pause and rewind if you miss something. Okay? Don't get frustrated. Press pause, rewind, whatever you need to do to stay with me. I need you to get out from your folder. I sent this home with you before Thanksgiving. I need you to get out the fluency. It has today's date, 12/1 through 12/4. At the top, we highlighted it, and I need you to get to the side that looks like what I have here on my screen. This is our fluency side. The lines are numbered, so we know how many words we've read. And so if you could get that in front of you, press pause, figure it out. You need this MTSS packet and a pencil. Press pause. When you're ready, we're going to move on. The first thing that we need to do is a whisper read of this story. The purpose of our whisper read is to get our first read done and to get an idea of what the story is about. Fluency is not just working on how many words we can read in a minute. It includes a few other things. And one of those is you have to be understanding. The number one goal is that we can comprehend fourth grade level text. That's number one goal. That comes when we are fluent readers. But if we can't understand it, we aren't getting anywhere. So step one, whisper read it to ourselves so we can get an idea of what the story is about. Now, I'm going to whisper read with you today so you know what my expectations are. So if you want to get your finger to follow, I need you saying the words out loud with me. We're going to read this chorally together. 1, 2, 3. My name is Jonah, and I am the youngest in my big family of 6. One stormy night, I was reading a book in the living room, and there was a big bang. It sounded like someone picked up all our pots and pans and dropped them from the roof onto the concrete. Before the boom even stopped rattling me, the power went out. I was super scared. I wish a generator, but instead we only had flashlights. It was so dark, I could only hear my dad scrambling for the flashlights as he shouted not to worry. Once my dad found me and calmed me down, it became kind of funny. My family was gathered like a herd of sheep in the living room. We all sat on the couch and made a plan. Dad would go to the garage to check the power while we stayed and waited. My dad came back just as the lights started flickering. It was even scarier than before. Was there a ghost? But my dad said not to worry. That lightning must have hit the power line. Just as soon as he finished explaining, the lights shot back on again. I survived my first power outage, but not without a few moments of utter fear. All right, so we've done our first read, and now you're going to do a cold read. And what I need you to do is you are going to go back to Google Classroom, and you're going to open up Flipgrid. We've done this before, and so you're going to get to Shark Facts Fluency. And when you go to record a response, I need you to put today's date. All right, if you need to press pause and you want to go to that, please do so. I'm going to go ahead and open up my Flipgrid. Mine looks a little bit different from a teacher view, but you will have somewhere a spot to record your response. You're going to click record a response. My camera's not working, of course. All right, I'm going to press pause on my recording and figure it out. Okay, so I figured it out. I'm already recording with Zoom, so I cannot record with something else. So I won't be able to do that. But what I want from you is you're going to record a response. You've now done this several times. Please make sure that you put in the title today's date, which is 12/1, and first read. So I know that it's the first time you did it. Okay, 12/1, first read. Press pause. Don't want you to get confused. Go back if you need to. You are going to then read this through one time. All right. I'm going to set the timer for 1 minute recording. So after 1 minute, it's going to stop. We're going to see how that works for us. I don't want you to get stressed out. Okay. You're going to read for 1 minute. When that 1 minute's up, you're going to know your time is up, and you will be able to make that mental note of how many words did I get? And actually you'll write it down on, today's actually Tuesday. So it'll be your first attempt on Tuesday. First attempt on Tuesday. Press pause, do that first read, and then come back to me when you are ready. All right, so you should have finished that first read, and then you have written how many words you read on that first read for Tuesday. Now we're going to get to know a few of our vocabulary words. I want you to flip to the back side. We're still on the story, The Big Bang. And our vocabulary words are these bold-faced words that you see here. And we're going to practice our read it strategy, where we blend the word as we read it. Blend as we read. And I'm actually going to not share this here so you can see me model this. There we go. All right, I'm going to write our first word, and I do not want you to say it out loud. Okay. I want you to take a look at our word. All right, so our blend as we read it strategy, we take and we can read letters at a time, single sounds, or we can chunk it, just depending on what the word is, okay? So this one here, I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna say rat, rat, and then I'm gonna start to blend. Oh, I still have rat, rat-o, rattle, blend as I read. Rattle-ing, rattling. Our word is rattling. Now I want to point out that this word is a consonant LE syllable type. There is a ninja, not a ninja E. I mean, I suppose it's a ninja E. He doesn't make it long, but there is an E at the end of rattle. And when we add an ing to the end of a word, we drop that silent E off and add ing. So we have our word rattling. The next word. Again, we're going to follow our blend as we read strategy. So the first thing I'm going to start here is I see the E after my G. So I know my G is going to be soft. Jen, Jenner, Jenner, generate, 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 or generator. And the word here is generator, generator. I can look, if I do one of my strategies, and I can look at my vowels, and then I think about where they fit I know that the ER is going to go together here. And I know my OR is going to go together here. When I look, I see that this is a closed syllable. And then I have to decide at or generator. And I know that's a long A. The word is generator, generator. Okay, erase. I need to pull my passage back up because I don't remember the next word. Okay. All right, so here's my word. I'm going to blend as I read. All right, I see sk, skr, skr, scram, scramb, scramb, scramble, scramble. And then I know my ing, scrambling. My word is scrambling. Again, I have a consonant LE syllable pattern, and that E drops off when I add ing. Scrambling, scram. It's a consonant, 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 vowel, consonant, still a closed syllable. Scrambling. My next word is here. Let's blend as we read. Say it out loud. Full. Flick. Flick. Flicker. And again, ing. Flickering. Flickering. This one's pretty easy because I have my ing that I know stays together and my that I know stays together, leaving me with a closed syllable, flick, ing, flickering. And our last vocab word for today, thank you for hanging in there with me. Our last vocab word, I had a peek again. All right, let's blend as we read. Now, this one I'm going to do a little bit differently because I don't want to say O. I see my O-U-T. There is a word that I know, and I see out, and then I see age. Man, out age doesn't make any sense. But when I have this A-G-E kind of welded word part at the end of a word, it doesn't say age, it says more of an adge. Adge. Out, adge. Outage. Outage. The word is outage. Edge, not really adge. All right. All right. We are going to do one choral read, you and I together. I'm going to set my timer. I do expect that you are at home reading this with me. And then you will go do your second read today. But I'm going to set my timer here. I'm going to count us down, and we're going to read this together. Ready? We are on the Big Bang. Go to the back now where our lines are numbered. This will be our second read for today on Tuesday. Ready? 1, 2, 3. My name is Jonah, and I am the youngest in my big family of 6. One stormy night, I was reading a book in the living room, and there was a big bang. It sounded like someone picked up all our pots and pans and dropped them from the roof onto the concrete. Before the boom even stopped rattling me, the power went out. I was super scared. I wish my family owned a generator, but instead we only had flashlights. It was so dark, I could only hear my dad scrambling for the flashlights as he shouted not to worry. Once my dad found me and he calmed me down, it became kind of funny. My family was gathered like a herd of sheep in the living room. We all sat on the couch and made a plan. Dad would go to the garage to check the power while we stayed, and there's our timer, and was our word. So we got to 152. All right, 152. If you want to go ahead and write that on our second attempt, 152 for Tuesday, attempt number 2. And now you're going to go back to our Flipgrid. Remember, my timer is set for 1 minute, and you are going to do your second 1 minute read. Once you start that video, you noticed it was going to start right away, and then it'll tell you when you're done. Mark that time, write your number of words down, and then we'll be ready for what's to come. If you need to press pause so you can get the things ready, do that, and then we will do just a little bit more practice before you're done today. Okay, I am going to share my screen with you, and we're going to try this one last thing. This is new for me, and we're going to try it together. This is called Fluency in a Flash, and each day there's a different activity you can do to work on fluency, and we're going to see if that'll work. All right, so today we are going to work on phrasing. I'm going to click through this screen, and we will practice together. We are doing Monday's activity today. All right, we're going to say these phrases as they pop up on our screen. Our first read. Very large. Our governor. Compare your ideas. Community leaders. There's a difference. Let's try it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Very large. Our governor. Compare your ideas. Community leaders. There's a difference. Here we go. Third time. Very large. Our governor. Compare your ideas. Community leaders. There's a difference. All right. Now we're going to try a few new ones. A large family. Don't compare yourself. The governor ordered. Think about the community. What's the difference? All right, second read a little faster. Ready? 1, 2, 3. A large family. Don't compare yourself. The governor ordered. Think about the community. What's the difference? Last time. 1, 2, 3. A large family. Don't compare yourself. The governor ordered. Think about the community. What's the difference? Here we go. First read. It's too large. Compare them carefully. I went one too fast. The good of the community. Can't see any difference. Was elected governor. Second read, a little faster. It's too large. Compare them carefully. The good of the community. Can't see any difference. Was elected governor. Last one. It's too large. Compare them carefully. The good of the community. Can't see any difference. Was elected governor. All right. Are you ready to test your fluency muscles? Let's try it out. Okay, now we're going to practice reading it in context, I think. Ready? Now we're going to read this, and I want you to notice that these phrases are given to us. These are some of the phrases we've practiced, and now we're lumping them together to make a sentence, okay? We're going to smoothly read each phrase in the sentence, leaving just a tiny little smidge in between each of these lines. Listen to me. Try not to compare their differences. Try not to compare their differences. Go with me. Try not to compare their differences. Try not to compare their differences. Try not to compare their differences. Say it 3 times on your own. All right. How did you think you did with that phrasing today? I'm going to guess that you did awesome. But you know what? 4th graders usually struggle a little bit with expression. Did you read the words correctly? Did you read with a reasonable rate? And did you read with smoothness? All right, I'm going to go ahead and click that home button, and that takes us through our day 1 activities. You guys did awesome today. And we're done. Put that paper back in your folder, and we'll come back to it tomorrow. Bye, guys.